Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Grant Show. I'm your host, Dr. Kirsten Grant. Today, we're going to talk about something that is always an attention grabber, and I have worked with several clients in my wellness practice over this very important issue. According to research, only 1 in 10 people identify themselves as this. Yet, psychologically, it seems like the amount of lives that have been touched by people that are this person, the numbers seem to be much higher. Today, we're going to talk about how to identify a narcissist in 5 easy steps. I'm going to be giving you and sharing with you a practical guide to recognizing the key traits of a narcissist. My goal here is to empower you guys to protect your emotional and psychological and, in some cases, financial health. Let's go. The first way and step to identifying a narcissist is that they're often defensive instead of being open to feedback. They apologize, but you don't see a change in behavior, or the inverse of this is that they never apologize, ever. Third, have you ever noticed that no matter what happens to them in life, they're always the victim? Life always seems to be happening to them, where they're blameless in the situation. Every situation. They are quick to blame others. The 5th easy step to identify a narcissist is love bombing. Let's dive deeper into this. I had a client once. She didn't know that she was in a relationship with a narcissist. All she knew is that something felt off. Have you ever felt that way when you're in a relationship with someone? They seem really great and they seem to be really attuned to you, but yet you just get this little nagging feeling in your head that something, you can't put your finger on it, but something seems to be off. In this instance, there's a possibility that you are in the love bombing stage of your relationship with a narcissist, where it's, as my great grandmother would say, sugar wouldn't melt in their mouths. You are constantly being talked to. You're constantly being upheld and uplifted. Tons of affection, tons of compliments. If they are the type of person that buys things to show their affection, and that is their love language, showering with gifts. It feels amazing to have this much focus, this much love, this much attention bestowed upon you. It feels like you're almost swimming in the affection. And if you're just coming out of a relationship where it seemed as if you just had to beg for even one drop of that nourishing water of love and affection, this feels like such a refreshing change. But then as time goes on, as they begin to learn you and how you tick and who you are, as you begin to question certain situations that happened to them where it was a sad sob story or something that seemed just so terrible that happened to them, you begin to notice patterns that they're always the victim. My client that underwent this relationship, she felt like she was changed forever. But we found a way, working together, to help her begin to understand that there was never anything wrong with her. But she experienced so many challenges. She experienced the love bombing and she was on cloud 9. She thought that she had found the one. But then after they became in a more committed relationship, the narcissist told her, you're going to have to do things differently now that we're together. You're going to need to change. There are just a few rules that I need you to follow. And she, being the nice person that she was, said, rules? Okay. Not imagining that these rules could be anything that would eventually disempower her. He shared with her, you can never argue with me in the morning before I go to work, no matter what's going on in our relationship, because I work a very important job and I have to have my focus on that. And she, at the time, said, okay, because they had never had an argument before, so she couldn't imagine ever having anything that would be such a pressing issue. So she agreed. But then as their relationship progressed, there were times where she was blatantly wronged in certain areas, where, for example, he would never pick up after himself. Even when she experienced a significant and major health setback that left her bedridden for quite some time. And at that time, all she asked was just for a little help. Have you ever been in a situation like that where all you're asking, and you usually don't ask, but all you're asking in this situation is just for a little help? She asked for some assistance around the house, their home. The narcissist became very upset, very defensive. He shared with her, well, you are on bed rest. That means that you should have plenty of energy to pick up after yourself. At that point, she definitely wanted an apology. She assumed that he was having a bad day, and he never apologized. When she pressed the issue, tried to explain to her how the way that he was speaking to her made her feel, he said, you made yourself feel that way. I'm just talking to the healed person that you are. They never apologize. Or if they apologize, they find a way to twist it around and almost seem as if it's your fault. They can never take criticism, even something small. Be very careful. There are several clients that I've worked with in my wellness practice that, because they're givers, because they are the type of person to want to please, and before they were aware of it, because they thought that the narcissist picked them because they were weak, because they couldn't understand how this could happen to them. I shared with my clients, the narcissist doesn't pick the weak prey. They pick the strong. They pick the strongest. That's why you are so alluring. That's why they wanted to interweave themselves into your lives. They wanted to graft themselves into your identity, your accomplishments, your achievements. But they don't see you as separate from them. They see you as a part of them. And this is the reason why it's so difficult for them to apologize, why they always play the victim. In the end, and the main message for those of you that have ever been in a relationship or hurt mentally or even physically by a narcissist, the key thing I wish for you to walk away from this show episode with the message: you are not broken. There is absolutely positively nothing wrong with you. And you will heal and you will get through this. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone else that has ever had an experience with a narcissist, because they're so very difficult to spot if you're unaware, and people need tools. All right, everyone. If this really appealed to you, feel free to join our waiting list because we're providing and setting up master classes for now and over the next few months to cover these very key important topics and give you the tools so you can succeed. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.